Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Filled In Podcast. I'm Phil,
And I'm Phil.
and this week we watched Percy Jackson 2, The Sea of Monsters.
No, we watched Percy Jackson and the Sea of the Monster.
Okay. Oh, I get
you're like,
I get what you mean.
you're like, okay, you can just step on my toes like that. That's cool.
Well, that's a good segue into what's to come because this movie did not have very many monsters in it.
It's pretty dog shit. Pretty.
I guess technically it had 2 monsters in the Sea of Monsters.
What?
Because the main Cyclops.
That doesn't count. That's not a sea monster. That doesn't count in my mind.
Well, I know, but none of the other ones were in the book either.
We're gonna start off pretty hot today.
All right.
Because
So we watched Percy Jackson 2,
Yeah.
and since the last episode,
yeah,
Philip is on the 5th book right now.
I'm on board, everybody. I was telling Phil, I think it's gonna be
It's called character development.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be so funny because I started this whole journey watching the first movie and be like, that was dog shit. This whole series dog shit. I can't believe everybody would like this series. And then our second podcast, I was like, I read some of the books, pretty good, pretty solid. I was like, there's a little teen adventures. And then by the movie, I was like, yeah, they've been really fucking up things with like the lore and like not really connecting. And by this podcast, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm kind of a Percy stan right now.
I'm in it.
I know everything about the series. I know everything that it was going. I understand why people got mad watching these movies. This shit sucks.
Yeah. So this, which one would you? I know what I would think is worse. Which one do you think is worse, the first or the second movie?
The first one.
You think the first one's worse?
Yeah.
Wow. Why?
I don't know. I like
The CGI in the second movie way better.
way better.
Genuinely.
I just kind of like the adventure, and I think like maybe that's wrong because like it takes a while for them to get started like on the adventure.
Yeah.
We were a good like I think hour into the movie, and they were just meeting like Hermes
Yeah.
getting stuff to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There was other stuff that happened before that, obviously, but
Right.
the main crux, like the main chunk, the adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, okay. So they were trying to get to that one big Cyclops guy's island.
Polymetheus, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They made that journey seem like, yeah, it was kind of rough, but it wasn't like the worst thing we've done.
Dude, yeah. It was literally just like, up, we're on a boat. Up, we're getting eaten by a monster, and we're there.
Yeah. Because like in the context of the books, they went through like so much shit.
Yeah, there were monsters.
Yeah. Lost a couple crewmates along the way. Like there was like some suffrage. In this one, they're like, oh, we fought a monster, got out of it. All right, we're here.
Yeah, they introduced Tyson, did not do his character justice.
They didn't do his character justice.
They made him sound, somehow he was like more intelligent and also less intelligent than the book Tyson.
He reminds me of Buzz in Toy Story 4.
Yeah. Why?
Because another little tidbit, I hate Buzz in that thing because they make him like just dumb. And you see like Buzz is a capable character
Mm-hmm.
throughout the rest of the movies. So it feels like he just got like a debuff in intelligence somewhere along the line there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that happens. That's how it feels like. Like Tyson knows about the world and how the world works, but he's like just stupid. He's
Yeah.
just like a surfer bro.
Yeah. Tyson in the books has a lot more like naivete, like childlike naivete.
Is he supposed to be like special needs in the book? Is that like what they're
I think so. I don't think it was actually supposed to be special needs.
I don't think it's like a one-to-one comparison.
Yeah.
But I think it was like a representation.
I feel like, is that good representation though? I feel like that could be bad representation.
I view it as
Saying that you're like, most of you are monsters. It's kind of fucked up.
Well, I don't know. In the book, he kind of goes hard. So like,
Yeah, he does. But that's what I'm saying. He's like,
oh no, I was
very-
talking about the movie. I was talking more of the books.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because
Tyson went hard, but they're saying that like every other Cyclops is a bad guy.
oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. Maybe that's why the defeat. It gives me the same vibe of like Young Justice when I was talking about
Oh, Halo.
yeah, and people go by they them like yeah, that's good. There's good that there is representation, but I don't think them having
I don't think that's the character.
I don't think a reanimated corpse by a mother box is the move.
Yeah.
For like me being like, yeah, I feel really connected with this character now.
Yeah. And
I think the thought was there maybe.
yeah, I agree.
Again, this is me speculating. I don't know if this is true or not.
Hmm.
So I could be talking out of my ass.
Yeah. I bet Rick has actually talked about that at some point.
Oh yeah.
But
I like when you say Rick, like he's your buddy.
he's my buddy.
That's how I know the relationship is like not abusive with like your favorite series. Because like with me, I will always say J.K. Rowling
Is horrible.
because J.K. Rowling sucks like humongous ass.
Yeah.
And I do not like her as a person.
Yeah. But you wrote some pretty fire kids books.
They were pretty good.
So just to preface, by the time we're recording this, tomorrow there's another episode, but
Yeah.
the third episode of the Percy Jackson show came out,
Yes.
and I would like to get your take on like how that adaptation compares to these two so far, the first and the second.
I mean, night and day.
You think it's even comparable?
I think it's like, all right, to me, these movies are like what they seem like. They're just like, oh, we got this franchise. Sure, we can make a movie. It'll rank in money. Like with Divergent, like young teens, like people will come see this movie.
Yeah.
With like the series, it seems like they actually like read the book.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they wrote the book.
What?
The head writer was Rick Warden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the show?
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he wrote the first. I think he had final say on the.
You know what?
first
I think you did
episode.
tell me that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like two different vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Because like imagine you wrote something and you gave it to somebody and they were just like, just
Don't care.
And I put it out, I just jacked off on a page. And then like you have the actual artist that's like, hey, how about we make this good? And like make it in my vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because like we actually talked about this today. I've been making it very clear that Disney has been fucking up a lot of things that I enjoy.
Yeah,
recently.
like what?
Like Doctor Who did a pretty bad job so far.
I don't know.
I've only seen one episode of Disney's Doctor Who, and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm not really a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah. Marvel, obviously.
Marvel's, yeah.
And I'm not even that big of a fan of Marvel, to be honest.
I feel like
But-
they're just like pumping out stuff that just seems like it feels corporate made.
Yeah.
It feels like it was made in a boardroom, and it just feels like
That's
sterile.
that's the problem with Doctor Who as well. It
Really?
feels like it's made in a boardroom.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
But back to Percy Jackson. That's a tangent for a different
Yeah,
day.
that's best for a different day.
What I don't even know. I forgot what I was. Forgot my
Well,
train of thought.
I was just gonna say, I was like, because between the show and the movie,
Mhm.
I like the show's Percy a little bit better because he just has like more character. This one seems
Yeah.
like generic protagonist.
Yeah,
Could be literally anybody.
and I think that's the point of that's why a lot of protagonists suck. I think we talked about this in the last podcast as well.
Mhm.
But they just make them like faceless people, so you imprint your own personality on them.
I mean, that's every isekai anime ever.
Yeah,
He's just like, you could be this guy. Well, you know, shit. He's just a fucking. He's just
He's a
a
guy.
guy. He's
Yeah.
just a guy.
exactly.
I like little sassy. I like sassy Percy.
hmm
Um,
The shit he said about Talia's tree was out of pocket. I'll say.
I really killed me. What was the joke that he said?
She was like, I don't know, it's something about pine cones.
She died a warrior's death.
Oh yeah.
She died a pine cone's death. Damn, bro. You just say it like that? And it's weird because, like, so in the show, they're really like, I feel like they're pushing a lot of stuff that was not in the first book that was like foreshadowed in the second book
Yeah.
for like continued adventures, which I understand. You probably want to get people like more caught up in a series like that.
Right.
In the movie,
Do you think it's just trying to do like more foreshadowing?
I think it's foreshadowing. I think it's also like setting up stuff a little bit earlier. Because like the Talia thing, I don't think really even gets set. I think it's mentioned, but I don't think it's like set up like properly until like the second book.
Yeah. Like you don't know that Grover was the protector until the second book, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, I think they just said like my friend and like who's the guy that betrayed them? Sorry.
Luke?
Luke.
Mhm.
It was just like Luke, Annabeth, and like they said like my friend or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing about these movies. It just seems like very like they read the Spark Notes and like each was just one adventure in this line of books, not like a continuous story
Yeah.
of like this like a pending war.
Yeah.
Do they even mention the war like that is going to happen in like the first movie?
No. They don't even have the first movie's prophecy. I don't think they have the full prophecy at all.
Oh, also a little quick tidbit. I think Gabe looks like a dork.
Yeah, I don't like that version of Gabe, the Disney's version. That's one thing I'll give these movies. Their Gabe, awful.
Oh, their Gabe
Hated him.
their Gabe was shitty. I was against him moment he walked in.
Yeah. You're literally in the episode, you're like, anyone who calls it that's a racist.
Yeah. I was like, this dude has definitely said a slur or two for sure. This Gabe I feel like I could bully this Gabe.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was 12 and this guy was like, hey, you gonna do what I said? No, I ain't. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
He's like, whatever.
Whatever.
Go back to my poker.
I'm gonna go tell your mom. You mean you tell your mom? That's you. It's you, Gabe.
She fucking loves me.
Get a fucking job.
But no, with this movie, there are some things that I wholeheartedly think they should have taken out. from the book.
Like what?
Like Cece's Island.
Oh,
I
really?
do not like that part of the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I like that part.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Wait, is that the one where he gets turned into a guinea pig?
Yeah.
No, you got to keep that in.
You think?
Oh yeah.
See, I don't know. I didn't like it.
I think it shows like
I think it felt like it felt too kiddie. It showed the seams a little
no,
bit.
it
you know what I
definitely
mean?
was too kiddie. But the thing is, also, I've said this a million times. I think it's so stupid how they just and I know this is the point of these books, but they incorporate things in history. I think they like said like Blackbeard's pirates were like the guinea pigs or something.
Yeah. Yep.
So stupid.
And Blackbeard was a child of Ares.
Yeah. Which I was like, all right, I guess that makes sense. But like, but I don't know. I think that whole part was more of a showcase for Annabeth than it was for Percy.
Yeah. But see, they had another one of those, and I think it was way more impactful and adult and important.
Oh, the one where she's like had to be tied to the boat.
The Sirens one, yeah.
Mhm.
That absolutely should have been in the movie.
That should have been. I love that moment in the book.
Yeah.
I haven't had a moment to talk to you about this. What better time than the pod?
Right.
That was like my favorite scene in that whole book. That made me like really like that book a lot more.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's the first part that you actually see in this book where you're like, oh, there's actually more depth than I imagined in the first book.
You're
going
exactly
into it.
right. Because I think I was like, I think it also shows like a good contrast in their characters. Because like Annabeth's like, I want to know why I'm so shitty. And you can tell Percy's just going along for the ride because he's like, I don't.
Yeah. He's like, I do not need to know why I'm shitty.
He's like, he's like, I'm so ass at this. He's like, I just accept it.
Yeah. But that was gone.
We're just talking about shit that was gone. I don't like honestly, the gods in these movies suck.
Yeah.
I hate the way some of them look, dude.
Yeah.
Because like
They do not look like gods.
they do not look like gods. Poseidon should never be balding.
Yeah.
Ever in my mind.
The only one that makes sense is that Dionysus should look like a shithead
Yeah.
because that's part of his character.
But now he looks better even in the show.
Yeah, that's
Got,
true.
got a perfect guy to play
He
it.
looks like a good shithead.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about this movie that I like more than the first movie, they took shit out. They didn't put shit in.
That's true.
Actually, no, that's not true.
Why?
Literally the ending.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well,
I guess they needed some way to end the book, but
I feel like that ending is just like we knew we weren't getting another one.
you think?
Yeah.
They were like, we gotta fucking wrap this up.
Oh, for sure. They fucking killed like the main overarching. They killed
Yeah,
Thanos. in that
literally a
movie.
titan.
Yeah. That's like in Captain America 2, he just punches Thanos to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, we are not getting the Avengers Endgame.
Wait, which one do you think is better?
I think the first movie is better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come?
I think it's still horrible. Like, it is not better by much. But because I think it works better on its own more, you know?
Yeah.
It's not really setting up a sequel. It at least wraps up its storyline. Like, the second book didn't do that.
That's true.
The second book didn't wrap up its storyline. It wrapped up 5 book storylines and then ended on a cliffhanger that's never going to get resolved.
Oh, bro, I tell
You
you
know what I mean?
That it's because like this is my main theory of why I don't think they've read the books at all.
Yeah.
I think they looked at a Spark Notes thing because if you read the book and you saw like the first movie, so you see when like Luke betrays Percy at the end of that book.
Hmm.
That's like like powerful moment.
Yeah.
And like that's like intense. And it's just like it's well written, it's a good like little plot line. So if I read that and then had to make a movie
Hmm.
and my mindset was like, let me take all the good bits out.
Yeah.
That makes you're insane. You're insane to me.
Yeah. And the fact that and they had to do that because Luke had to be the villain.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a villain for the whole first movie.
I
mean, you know what? At least the second movie had the villain of the book. Like, at least it had a antagonist that they were going after.
yeah, I
This
get it.
one, I guess Hades a little bit, but like they had to end with Luke, and Luke wasn't supposed to be the.
Another thing I really hate about this movie, the second one, is Percy and Tyson's relationship is god awful in this.
Oh yeah.
They don't like
Yeah.
develop at all together. He's just like, nope, you have a brother, and he's like, and Percy's just like, okay.
Yeah.
At least in the book, Percy, you see him like feel bad for him, like kind of take him under his wing, and then like when he's like dead, you feel like Percy be like, oh my god, he's like,
Yeah.
I lost my brother.
But that's also because his fake out death was more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, more than
You
him
know?
just falling into the cliffside.
And then just crawling back up.
I'm back, guys. Just kidding.
It's like, I don't understand how you write that as a film. Like, how many fucking screenplays do you think the writers of this film had under their belt before they got this film? It cannot be that much. Because you can't,
No, I think it would be.
anyone who knows story, like, you know how to write a story then. You know?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't think they're.
You understand story structure and like you can't have a fake out death and immediately fix it. You can't do that because there's no fucking emotion.
You can't if you're just doing this to make money.
Yeah, but like why I don't understand why like mega corporations like Disney or Fox or whatever don't understand that if you make a good product, it's going to make more money than if you phone it in. You know what I mean? In the long run, it will make more money.
I think well, I don't know. So like, when did this movie come out?
2011.
2011.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think you would see like the overall appeal from critics and stuff. That's what you would think they would look at, which they don't really look at that. They look at the numbers.
See, I don't care about critics at all, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that their numbers should be better too, right? Because it results in like
what-
DVD sales also. Because
No, what
people
I'm-
see a movie in theaters and they're like, "That's a good movie. I want that movie."
No, what I'm saying is that I think they look at the numbers and they're like, oh, this series made a lot of money because a lot of people connect with this. We'll just do this for another series and we can just like kind of phone it in.
Yeah,
I don't think they're looking at like the product itself. I think
Mhm.
they're looking at what the product got.
yeah,
And just like purely like base level, oh, we just this long franchise got a lot of money because we made like second and third parts.
mhm.
You mean you like we've seen it with like all these other shitty things like Divergent and
yeah.
Maze Runner was pretty good, but like
Mhm. But I just don't understand like the cash grab aspect to it. You know what I mean? It's literally like a crypto pump and dump scheme.
Yeah.
But a movie version.
but both of those work sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. And
And
that's
what-
fucking crazy to me.
And when they don't, they don't. But
Mhm.
when they do, they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I guess just like we're both artists and we're both hungry artists. I could never
Yeah.
imagine phoning something in like that. You know?
Yeah,
Like
I guess that's true.
if I'm putting my name on something, I want it to be as good as possible. 100% of the time. Even with like these fucking videos. I spent like
I think we're also too like really stubborn. I think people can get beaten down and just kind of do.
yeah, that's true.
I was not expecting to have this conversation off the Sea of Monsters.
Right. Dude, I love when we do that. But no, like even for the Percy Jackson video, these are like dumb little YouTube videos that we're making just so we remember our bits later.
Yeah.
And
We want to put some effort into this.
I spent like 20 hours editing that. And you
Mhm.
spent however long fucking drawing all the assets and coming up with an art style.
Truly,
you know?
if I was being $150, I don't really have to draw every thumbnail, but I want to because I was like, I like how it looks. I
Yeah.
think it's like a cool, quirky thing we could do.
Yeah, and I think those thumbnails are gonna get more clicks because like I've been watching like Game Theory talks about this. Other YouTube thumbnails are like the most important part of a video.
Oh, really?
They're like they what make people click on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, back to the movie. That's my little art ramble for the
No,
for the
dude.
episode.
I like the art ramble. It makes sense, especially like okay. So talking about this from like a writer's perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, we said it a million times. We said it like over and over. Rick, my best pal, Rick,
My boy.
my boy. He has like so many things that like will come back to later and like follow up with. And this one, they're just hitting the beats. They
just every note. Boom, boom, boom.
they
boom.
looked at the what was it? They looked at the plot summary and they're like, yeah, we just need this in this chapter, this in this chapter.
Yeah.
That's why the pacing's so ass to me in my
Mhm.
mind.
But I think that's another thing. I think these books were never meant to be a movie.
Really?
Like I don't think you could make them a movie because it's like One Piece or Doctor. It's a journey. It's not.
really with Percy Jackson.
I think so, but I think so because just the way the books are structured, not
Mhm.
like the style of book, because it's one overarching story. It's not like One Piece where it's like but it's different adventures for each book.
You know what? I guess I get what you're saying because like with The Giver, that's like a contained one story.
Yes, exactly.
Or something like that. Okay, I can probably see that. I think you could make these into a movie, but I feel like you would cut a lot of shit out.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I say it, Dumb and Dumber is.
I'm sorry, what?
If you think about it, Dumb and Dumber structurally is very similar to Percy Jackson.
Okay, you got it.
So Percy Jackson's basically just a road trip movie, and road trip movies do exist. So I guess I'm wrong. Because I was thinking that like it makes so much.
Why was it Dumb and Dumber that you came up with?
That's just the first road trip.
my.
That's just the first road trip movie I can think of. But it makes sense because like as a show, like I think Harry Potter could work more as a movie, and obviously it did. But I
Okay.
think that's because there's scenes. You know what I mean? You can cut scenes. You can't cut the adventure.
Well, you know what's
if
funny?
that makes sense.
It's funny you say that because a lot of people disagreed when the movies were coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
People didn't like them?
Well, no, not didn't like them. They just wanted it to be like a series, like a TV series.
Oh.
Because there's like they cut out a lot of shit.
Well, now that's gonna be.
Yeah, well, exactly. So like now they're gonna do that.
Mhm.
And like I was telling Philip, I think it's weird comparing these two because I'm a fan of both, obviously now.
Mhm.
But like seeing Percy Jackson, they are two like different styles of adventure. but they hit like similar beats throughout their journey.
Yeah.
But they do, I don't know, because they just cut like a lot of shit out of Harry Potter that is not like important in my mind,
Mhm.
and like obviously like they still made like pretty like great movies.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that sucks, is that these like Harry Potter movies, they cut a lot of shit out, but it was still like a good movie.
hmm
Like progression wise and setting stuff up, it still is like a competent movie.
Yeah.
Whereas Percy Jackson, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And they cut out a lot more.
hmm and
Well,
it's so weird
yeah.
to me that they keep so much in both of them. Both of the movies kept so much of the beginning leading up to the adventure that once they got to the adventure, they're like, we have like 10 minutes to do this.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they're like, oh, the adventure part, the thing people are most excited
Yeah.
for, let's cut that shit out. The setup,
We need the beginning and the end.
I get that. I get that only purely for the first movie, because you try to set up the world and you're not good at setting it up.
Right.
That's the only time I'll let that go. Second movie, nope. I get what this is about.
I know what we're doing. I know where we're
Why are
here.
we spending so much time on the beginning, focusing on why do I need to see Percy Jackson suck at? That's another weird thing about this movie.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson's like character development in this movie is just like not trying to suck ass.
hmm
Where like in the books, he's just in the second book, he's like more trying to find himself and like understand like how he should feel about the world that he's in, which is a way better like
Yeah.
context. When this one, I feel like they tried to do that, but just in the way of being like, I just suck at war.
yeah. And what's fucked up is that in the second movie, the intro wasn't even the intro that was in the book. If you're gonna do that, do the chariot race. They probably
yeah.
just didn't have budget constraints for it. But
The
fucking
chariot race
even
was
if they
for-
were able to do the chariot race, cut that shit. That's not what we're here for.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Same with fucking in the first movie where they did capture the flag. Be like, get to the meat of the story.
Yeah, you can cut that.
You can cut that.
I don't know, because I would still keep the capture the flag thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would too, but make the movie longer then. You know what I mean?
I just think it's wild that they're just like, they're just like, oh, this thing that we're gonna go on, the main like problem of the main problem of these movies, we're just not gonna focus any time on that.
Exactly.
We're gonna focus it on just like the characters, which I was like, I mean, I get, but they need to have conflict.
I don't know. They're both horrible movies. That's kind of the thick of it.
I don't know. I think it's been really. I mean, what would you rank this movie? Our
Do you remember what I ranked?
podcastly ranking of
Yeah.
movies. Yeah,
Do you remember what I ranked the last one? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I think I gave it like a 2 or a 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd probably give this one the same, like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah,
Like it's not bad in a fun way. It's not good in a good way.
I was gonna say 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
More I think about the ending, 3 or 2.
Yeah. Well,
The ending really just kind of fucked me, honestly.
yeah.
I
And what sucks because you said that when you first saw it in theaters, you were like, I want to see more, and it didn't get anything.
was mostly talking about like Thalia or Thalia.
Yeah, exactly.
What did they say? Did they say Talia in the?
Yeah, no, they might have said Talia in the movie,
I think
but
they
it's
said Thalia
Thalia.
in- It's Thalia.
hmm
I don't know. I just was like, oh, the daughter of Zeus. That sounds like really interesting. Can't wait to see that again. And
Mhm.
I didn't. Oh my god,
And it sucks. So she has a cool ass story arc.
she does have a cool ass story. I love that book.
hmm
Mhm.
The Titan's Curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that one more or less than the fourth book? Like, how would you rank them so far from what you've seen?
Ugh.
I got 2 questions. That, and then after that, I want to know your theories going into the 5th book. How you think it's gonna end?
Okay. Honestly, I don't know how it's gonna end. 'Cause, like most of my theories that I had have been pretty wrong. Because I was like, Luke's gonna come back, and I was like, no, he's not. That's so hard. There's things I really like the I don't know if I would call them side characters. The characters of those stories. I love the hunters. I think that's like a really cool
Yeah.
aspect in the 3rd book. The 4th book, I really fuck with a maze,
Yeah.
just in general.
hmm
Like any story that has a maze.
Never saw Maze Runner, huh?
I know, right? Isn't that crazy? I really like maze. I really like the 4th book, and then the
I like that the maze was like breathing, like it was a
like it was
sentient.
a living creature that changed and operated. I know the reasoning is magic, but it's just crazy to me that they're just like, it's like, yeah, the door was over here, now it's over here now we moved it over here, and I was like, that seems like not a great passage for troops, if I'm being honest. And they have the all-out war at the end. Man, fuck. Because then I like the other side, the other teacher in that book. The guy with the tattoo on his neck. I forget his name.
Quintus.
Quintus, yeah. Because I was like, as soon as he showed up, I was like, okay, I'm invested. Who is this guy about? And the twist at the end really fucked me up. So
Yeah.
I was like, that was
I got that text. I was like, got him.
that he did get me. There's a lot of moments in me like listening to these books because I was listening to them on your Audible. Then I'm just like, "Ah, damn it, these are good. Philip's right. I shitted on Percy Jackson for a long time. I'll fully admit that, and I ate my words. The last couple books,
Dude, seeing you come around to it, it's literally making me like so fucking excited for when we start watching Harry Potter. Like I'm so hyped to feel what you're feeling, and because when we watch them, I'm gonna read the books as well because I want to get the full experience.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly, I might read them with you because it's been a while since I read those books.
Really?
Yeah. And if you don't like Harry Potter, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
But I mean, it's just like anything else. I mean, you have like more context of the world and you like kind of more invested in it.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
care
you're
more.
gonna like it more.
Exactly.
Movie creators. I don't know how I would rank them. Fuck, that's really hard.
Because for me, it goes probably at the top 4, 5, 3, 1, 2.
Really, 2's lowest.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the second book very much.
Honestly, it goes in order for me. So it would be like 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think the first one's good. It's just like I just it is in my mind a little kid adventure,
Yeah, and it's not the meat
Until-
of the story either.
and then it gets like really hard at the end for no reason.
Yeah.
Because and through the book, there's like, oh, we're chased by robot spiders,
Yeah.
and we're doing this. Oh, this quirky like Medusa character. That was kind of intense too.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, we're doing capture the flag, and then it's like, I fought the god of war
And one.
and won.
And then the
Slash his back open. Oh, and I love that person just talk shit to him every time he sees him.
yeah, that's why I kicked your ass when I was 12.
If I was there, I'd be like, Percy, you need to shut the fuck up. I was like, dead
Please,
ass.
please.
He let you win. That's the god of war. We can't do that.
His eyes are flames, please.
His real being would make you explode.
Yeah, and like it didn't really feel like there were as much stakes in the first book either, because like at least by the third book, there became like real stakes, you know?
Dude, honestly, and I know they do this for every young adult like series, but Percy gets his shit kicked in the third and fourth book.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
And a lot of people are dying. Like
Yeah. I like that in books when they like, or in stories when they just like commit to somebody dying and being
Mhm.
like, yeah, anybody could die.
Yeah.
Harry Potter takes, I think, a little bit longer to do that.
Well, I mean, it has longer to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I guess you're right. Well, see, like people die like early on,
Mm-hmm.
but you kind of don't have the feeling of like, oh, anybody could die. Cause like in my mind, I was like, yeah, they were important, but
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just like, whoa, anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Later on, you'll be like, oh fuck, this is like real world. Anybody could just bite it.
Yeah.
I think a good thing that both the stories do is that the characters grow up with the reader.
Mm-hmm.
So like Percy seems really young and like he seems like a fucking 12 or 13-year-old in the
Mhm.
first book. By the end of the book, he is coming like more of an adult.
Yeah.
And like realizing stuff.
With one prediction I do want to hear, because you haven't gotten there yet. What do you think Nico's plan would be? This is just for me. I'm just curious. It does have to do with Greek mythology, if that makes it easier.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. There's a lot of myths.
Yeah. I don't think you know the catalog of Greek mythology, but I don't even know what I would pull from. I feel like my first bet was like I bet he would like pull somebody that Luke knew, like I don't know, like his mom or somebody who died
Mhm.
because he's a necromancer basically now.
Oh yeah.
Also, really like Nico. I think his powers are sick.
Yeah.
Seems like the Hades people get kind of the short end of the stick a lot of the time.
Yeah. You could say that.
But I was like, I don't know. I like their abilities. That would be probably my guess that he pulls like somebody, or you know what I think would be crazy, would be sick. I don't think they're gonna do this, but I think would be sick. Is if Luke is just like dead, like Kronos took over,
Mhm.
and like his spirit, he's just controlling his body, but Luke's spirit is gone.
Mhm.
If somehow he found a way to just raise his spirit and now force Luke to fight on our side,
Oh, that'd be sick.
that would be sick. I do not think that's where they're going at all, but I think that'd be a sick move.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, also I like that Backbiter is just a scythe now.
Dude, right?
I think that's a pretty sick duality of that weapon.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the weapons have a history in these series too.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think that's pretty cool.
And they continue that on in the next books. Like someone has like a dagger that's not ever actually supposed to be used in battle, but it can tell the future or whatever.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know what I think we should do? I don't know because I am gonna make Philip do this for the Harry Potter marathon,
Mhm.
whenever that comes. If we go online and find like an official Percy Jackson, which god house would you be in? I'll do
Oh,
like a little
yeah.
behind the scenes of us doing that quiz because there is a Harry Potter quiz that we will be taking, and
Yeah.
you need to find out your house.
Yeah.
If
If I had to guess, probably Slytherin.
yeah, I
Not
was gonna.
proud of that, but it's probably accurate.
Here's the thing: not all in the movies they kind of just portray Slytherin as like, yeah, they're the Nazis, and I was like, that's not how it goes in the books. there's like a reason they're there. They're not all bad guys. Majority of them are, but like, there's a lot of Gryffindors that are evil too.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I'd probably guess you're a Slytherin. I am a Gryffindor for anybody who was wondering.
What is a Ravenclaw?
What do you mean, like temperament or?
Yeah, I thought they were Gryffindors. I thought they were pretty much the same thing.
No, Ravenclaw's like they're like more. This okay. I don't want to. I'm gonna give you a real bare bones one. Nobody fucking yell at me in the comments because I know people are gonna be like, "Well, actually, it's more in depth than that." I know, but like to sum it down,
Yeah.
Ravenclaw is like really intellectual people.
hmm
Slytherin are very cunning, like methodical people.
hmm
Gryffindor are just brave, face fears people.
Okay.
Hufflepuff are people that care about their friends and are very like loving.
Oh, okay.
Is the bare bones way of explaining it. There is a more dude.
If
Honestly,
you were born to a god, which god would you think that would be your parent?
I know we said this, probably Apollo.
Yeah.
Just based on like my personality, I think it would be Apollo. Who I would want, kind of want Hades, but they seem to get shit on a lot. So
I don't think I want their lives.
I don't think I want their lives. I think their powers are pretty sick. Yeah, I'd probably say Apollo. What about you?
Here's the thing. I know it's not true. It's the same thing for Avatar. I want water power so bad. I don't know why I fuck with water power so hard. I would love to be Poseidon's son. Never gonna happen.
What do you think you ultimately are as a bender, though? If you had to be a,
Here's
like,
the thing. I know I'm a firebender.
yeah,
I know that.
I would say that. Yeah.
Same way I would be Slytherin. I guess I'm just a Nazi.
Seeing a common denominator between all your picks here. Whose house you? So you would want to be in Poseidon's house,
Yeah.
but whose do you think you would get?
I don't know. I feel maybe Apollo, but that's just because he's the god of music.
Who are the guys that make stuff like the Forge Masters?
Hephaestus.
I think those guys would be pretty cool.
Hephaestus. Yeah, those guys are pretty
I
cool.
feel like I could fall into that camp too.
Yeah.
So far I've not seen like much from Aphrodite's house, so I couldn't really tell you.
You're cute enough to go in their house.
Thanks, bro. I
Yeah.
needed that. Yeah, because I said the same thing about like which bender I would be.
Right.
I would love to be an airbender. I know ultimately I'm an earthbender.
Yeah.
I like that we picked the opposite. We want to be the opposite of our temperaments.
Damn, grass is always greener, man.
That's crazy. I think honestly I would be a lava bender. And that's not me like projecting. I just think I would.
See, I would just want to be a bloodbender.
See, I wouldn't.
That seems cool.
No, because you'd use it for evil,
Yeah.
like a Nazi.
that's why I'd be a firebender.
Yeah, you'd definitely be Arma. No, who's the villain in the first season?
Amon.
Amon. Yeah, you definitely be Amon. just a fucking commie. I know it's deeper.
Damn, babe, you want to go a third round? All right.
Oh my god. So gross. But yeah, ultimately, I think this movie was shit.
And the books are better.
The books are pretty cool. Everybody should go read them. I'm currently on the last book, so I'll maybe give my opinions later.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I think we'll call it there, everybody.
All right.
This has been a good one.
Oh, sorry. Cut you off.
No, you're good. I was
No.
just saying this has been a good podcast.
Yeah, I think so too.
But,
I'm Phil,
and I'm Phil.
and you've just been
Filled
Filled in.
Got him.
Maya, whatever the fuck they say.